Hello, good afternoon. It's Jay the Groundhopper, and today I am at the Longmead Stadium, the home of the Tunbridge Angels, but not to see Tunbridge Angels. I'm here to see Kent County League Premier Division side Ide Hill FC. And Ide Hill FC are a small side that play just outside of Sevenoaks in a small village called Ide Hill. And they did play on the recreation ground there, but recently they've come to Longmead Stadium to rent it out because it's a 3G pitch, and they play here on the Saturday. It's 2 o'clock in the afternoon, so it's a 2 o'clock kickoff, a bit different to the other kickoffs. And on the way in, I've met somebody from the club. We had a little chat, and she just informed me they've got a standing goalkeeper at Ide Hill today and no centre backs, so it could be an interesting game. The Kent County League is the one below the Southern Counties East Division 1. So once you go up, you go from the Kent County League, you go into Southern Counties Division 1, and then obviously the Premier League, and then gradually work your way up like other teams have done. So I've got a feeling they're kind of planning that in the future. That's why they're sharing this ground. They seem to have a good plan and a good setup. So let's see what the game brings. I will be bringing you updates throughout the game on the goals. So obviously, being a conference stadium, it's very large for this level. So let's just go across from the stand down there, and that's where the changing rooms are behind the stand. I know this ground well. I volunteer here quite a lot. And then you've got the main stand over there, which is actually got seats in it, I think, that came from another football club like Chelsea's ground or something. And then you've got the stand at the other end down there, and then you've got like a little press stand, which I'm going to show you down there. You can see just down there. And of course you've got the bar area and the clubhouse and where you come in. So it is a very, very nice ground. And like I said, they do share this ground, but to share this ground and play in this ground for this level is pretty good. So they're just getting ready to kick off. They just had the 2 minute silence for Remembrance Sunday, which is rightly so. Ide Hill are playing in black and white, and Hawkinge they are playing today. I had to ask because I didn't know, and we shall see what happens in the game. Like I said, I'll bring you updates on what's happening throughout the game. So here we go, it's kick-off. Well, it's around about 16 minutes in. It's actually been pretty end-to-end at the moment. No goals yet, but Ide Hill had a great chance. Now, I've just looked at the table while they're playing in front of me, and Ide Hill sit at the bottom and Hawkins sit about 7th. So, on paper, it should be a walkover for the visiting team, but at the moment, I'd say Ide Hill are matching them. It is pretty end-to-end. They're going down there now, Hawkins, at the moment, at this very second. Into the box, but it's cleared. So yeah, it's been end to end. It's evenly matched at the moment. So literally not long to go to half time. It's got to be half time in any second now. Yeah, there goes the half time whistle. Literally a minute or so, Hawkins just went up there and scored. It was straight down the middle of the goal. Shame really, because Ide Hill were doing so well up until that point, and they were really battling them and going up the other end and having chances. But yeah, 1-0 to the visitors, unfortunately. So the second half is about to begin here, but what did I think of the first half? The first half was quite eventful, really. It was end-to-end at one stage. I think Ide Hill have matched the visitors quite a lot during the game. They conceded that last-minute goal, which was unfortunate, really, but it was a good goal, straight down the middle, well worked. To have a standing keeper, he's doing really well, actually, and to have no centre-backs, you wouldn't know. They've really, really proved themselves in that first half, Ide Hill. What would the second half bring? Who knows? I do think that maybe the visitors may up their game and really push their attack. However, I can probably see Ide Hill having a good go as well. So we shall see what the second half brings. So it's 2-0 to Hawkins. They got a fantastic goal straight down the middle, individual effort. But however, Ide Hill have just had a glorious chance that was saved. But however, I do think that the visiting side are just edging it slightly. They've been down at their end, firing missiles literally at that goal for ages. So I do think 2-0 to them is a fair score. So it is now 4-0 to the visitors. I think they've really proved themselves now as the side that's slightly edging it, really edging it now. So unfortunately, it's 4-0 to the visitors. The goal before, it was literally a minute or so beforehand, so I didn't even get to do a video for that one. But yeah, it's 4 to the visitors. It's a shame because in the first half I thought Ide Hill were matching them, but second half they seem to have lost their momentum a little bit. We should see how many more goals go in. Hopefully not too many more. So maybe when I said, let's hope there's no more goals, I spoke too soon. That was a lovely goal. Actually, it was quite a funny goal, really, in a way. They just literally just walked it in. So that's 5 to the visitors. So they got one back. 5-1 is the score. Probably merely a consolation goal, but actually probably a really good goal for them, Ide Hill. So it's finished here. It's 5-1 to the visitors, Hawkinge. Ide Hill really didn't. The second half was not their half. It kind of went to pieces for them. But the first half was really good from them. 5 goals were probably right, to be honest, for the visitors. They had lots of chances. Could have been 8-9 to them possibly. But then again, Ide Hill in the first half, they kind of their chances that they had when they had 3 or 4 corners in a row and they just didn't really finish them, and there was sort of nobody really in the box when they passed it. It could have been a different story here today, but fair play to Ide Hill. It cost £3 to come in here today and watch this, and okay, it was a loss for them, but a very entertaining game of football for someone like me who's come down as a neutral to watch. As I said, they play in the Kent County Premier League. They are bottom of the table. Did find that Ide Hill did put a lot of effort in, and their goal that they got was superb. And if they'd actually strung stuff together like that during the first half and also in the second half, maybe it wouldn't, they could have been a different scoreline here today. So I'm going to say, I'm not going to do match analysis on the sofa. I'm just going to say that I really enjoyed my experience here at Ide Hill. I want to thank them for letting me to come down and film it and do this video. And if you are looking for football at Kent County League levels or other county levels, I recommend you go and see it. So that's it from me, Jay the Groundhopper. I will see you probably at another Southern Counties East Football League game, which is kind of more what I do. But hopefully I'll see you in a few weeks' time here on my channel.